69-year-old Nitish Kumar will be sworn in for the 7th time and 4th term shortly. Bihar is out of focus at this hour. His swearing in will be happening any moment now. Hello everyone, I'm Maria Shakil. On Sunday, remember the NDA unanimously elected Nitish Kumar in the presence of Rajnath Singh. Home Minister Amit Shah, BJP President JP Nadda will be present at the swearing-in ceremony which will begin any moment now. A total of 15 leaders will be sworn in today, out of which 6 will be from the JDU, including the Chief Minister, and 7 are from the BJP. And the allies, that is the Hindustan Awami Morcha and the VIP party of Mukesh Sahni, will be getting 1 ministerial berths each. Sushil Modi, Nitish Kumar's old hand in the BJP, his trusted Deputy Chief Minister, is on his way out. Instead, BJP leaders Renu Devi and Tarkishore Prasad will take over as Deputy Chief Ministers. And BJP's Nand Kishore Yadav, one of the oldest serving MLAs in the State Assembly, he has been an MLA since 1995, is likely to be the next speaker.
तारकिशोर जी, उप मुख्यमंत्री बनना तय
लगता तो है।
आपके चेहरे की मुस्कान बता रही है।
नहीं, चलिए जो दायित्व मिलेगा उसका निर्वहन करेंगे।
कहा तो यही जा रहा है कि उप मुख्यमंत्री के नाम पे मोहर लग गई है। क्या प्राथमिकता होगी उप मुख्यमंत्री के तौर पे?
देखिए, हम लोग को एनडीए की सरकार कैसे बेहतर ढंग से चले और उसमें उप मुख्यमंत्री के रूप में और भारतीय जनता पार्टी के विधायक दल के नेता के रूप में जो हमारी जिम्मेदारियां हैं, उन जिम्मेदारियों का निर्वहन करेंगे।
बताइए, महिलाओं को प्रधानमंत्री ने कहा था कि साइलेंट वोटर जो हमारी हैं वो महिलाएं हैं, तो महिलाओं की वजह से जो वोट दिया गया प्रधानमंत्री मोदी के नाम पे, उसकी वजह से आपको लगता है बनाया?
देखिए, सबसे बड़ी बात है कि महिलाएं बहुत साहसी होती हैं और यही आज काम जो माननीय हमारे एनडीए की सरकार, माननीय नीतीश जी और हमारी केंद्र की सरकार भाई नरेंद्र भाई ने किया है। महिलाओं के दुख दर्दों को समझा है और विकास के लिए जो आत्मनिर्भर बिहार है, उस बिहार में भाई का सहयोग मिले और हम लोग उस काम को करें।
On our television screens, likely to be the next Deputy Chief Minister. Bihar will have a first women Deputy Chief Minister, and in that the message is loud and clear, Sanjay Kumar, कि प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी और भाजपा बिहार की औरतों का शुक्रिया अदा कर रही है कि 11% जो उन्होंने लीड दिया है, खास करके कंपैरिजन टू मेन इन कमिंग आउट एंड वोटिंग फॉर द बीजेपी, दिस इज अ वे ऑफ सेइंग थैंक यू। मुझे ये बताइए संजय जी, किस तरह का वहां पर अरेंजमेंट किया गया है, क्योंकि ये जो है थोड़ा लोकी स्वेरिंग इन होने वाला है राजभवन में, वहां पर पटना में।
जी बिल्कुल, अभी से थोड़ी देर के बाद, तकरीबन आधे घंटे के बाद, ठीक हमारे पीछे जो राजभवन है वहां पर ओथ सेरेमनी आयोजित है और धीरे धीरे करके सभी जो नेतागण हैं, जिन मंत्रियों को शपथ लेनी है और उसके अलावा जो दूसरे विधायक हैं और काफ़ी संख्या में पार्टी वर्कर्स जो है वो राजभवन पहुंचे हुए हैं। गहमा गहमी चहल पहल बढ़ गई है राजभवन की, आप देख रही होंगी तस्वीरों में। और आज बीजेपी ने जो अपने कैंडिडेट क्लियर कर दिए हैं, जीवेश मिश्रा, रामसूरत राय, इसके अलावा रामप्रीत पासवान, अमरेंद्र प्रताप, रेणु देवी, राजकिशोर प्रसाद और एक एमएलसी मंगल पांडे जो पहले भी स्वास्थ्य मंत्री रहे थे, उनका नाम आया था। जो संभावना जताई जा रही है 14 से 15 मंत्री, वीआईपी के जो अध्यक्ष हैं मुकेश सहनी और इसके अलावा जीतन राम मांझी, हम से उनके बेटे संतोष मांझी, ये शपथ लेंगे। जदयू के मंत्री भी शपथ लेंगे। 14 से 15 मंत्रियों की संख्या बताई जा रही है। काफ़ी कसमकस रही आज बीजेपी में और आखिरकार 7 मंत्रियों के पद के लिए नाम गए हैं। और ये राजभवन की आप तस्वीर देख पा रही होंगी किस कदर यहाँ पर लगातार गाड़ियों के आने का सिलसिला जारी है और तमाम जो वर्कर्स हैं उनमें उत्साह देखा जा रहा है। पार्टी के झंडे के साथ एनडीए का, बीजेपी का झंडा हो या फिर जदयू का झंडा हो, वर्कर्स पहुंचे हुए और लगातार अपनी अपनी पार्टियों के समर्थन में नारे लगाए जा रहे हैं। अभी से थोड़ी देर पहले जेपी नड्डा जो राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष हैं बीजेपी के, वो पटना एयरपोर्ट
इस गैदरिंग में बहुत ही लिमिटेड गैदरिंग है, बहुत ही लिमिटेड गैदरिंग है।
एक बार अपना प्रश्न दोहराएंगे फिर से,
क्योंकि ये लिमिटेड गैदरिंग है, तो इसमें कितने लोग अलाउड हैं सेरेमनी में पार्टिसिपेट करने के लिए?
गैदरिंग है, लेकिन सवाल ये जिन्हें के अंदर जो जिनको अनुमति मिलेगी, जिनके पास है वही जा सकेंगे। और सबसे बड़ी बात है कि राष्ट्रीय जनता दल महागठबंधन की जितनी पार्टियां उन्होंने बायकॉट कर दिया। तेजस्वी यादव ने कहा है कि ये डेमोक्रेसी की किडनैपिंग है, ये इस बार जो सत्ता बना रही है एनडीए, इसलिए लिहाजा वो बायकॉट करते हैं, वो नहीं है। और जो जानकारी मिल रही है वो फिलहाल दिल्ली में है। इसके अलावा जो कांग्रेस के नेता हैं उन्होंने भी जो ओथ सिरोमनी है उसका बहिष्कार कर दिया है। लेफ्ट की जितनी पार्टियां हैं वो भी ओथ सिरोमनी में नहीं पहुंची हैं। इस लिहाज से अंदर की अगर बात करें तो जिनके पास
All right. Thank you so much for joining us, Sanjay Kumar, live there from Raj Bhavan in Patna. Those visuals of Amit Shah arriving in Patna. He is right now at the Patna office of the BJP, where he will be present for a few minutes before he heads to the Raj Bhavan. This is an important day for the BJP. Accompanying Mr. Shah, you can see also JP Nadda, BJP president, with Mr. Shah. Both of them, in fact, reached Patna in a private plane. Also, Sanjay Jaiswal can be seen there. Sanjay Jaiswal is the state president of the BJP. Their MOS home, also Nityanand Rai, someone who comes from the state of Bihar, present as well. This is an important day for the BJP, certainly. This person, that is Nitish Kumar, who returns to power, has been chosen by the BJP to continue in power. Let's not forget that this is Prime Minister Narendra Modi's victory, and he has chosen Nitish Kumar to continue as the chief minister in Bihar. Radhika is joining us live. Also on the show is Sanjay Kumar of the CSDS. Radhika, it's interesting how the politics and Nitish Kumar's politics per se has changed dramatically. In this term, he understands fully well that he is there. He's returning as the chief minister only because Prime Minister Modi chose him in many ways. Let him continue by saying Nitish Kumar ke netritva mein, the presence of Amit Shah in the swearing in ceremony, Radhika. The larger message coming from the BJP here.
Yeah. You know, I mean, I don't think Nitish can be overjoyed on this day. Of course, he's getting his fourth or fifth term as the chief minister, but he's lost his right arm in Sushil Modi. I mean, you know, if somebody were to write a history of the political jodis in India, this would definitely go down as one of those jodis that has endured for so long, because Sushil Modi was really the bridge between, was one of the main bridges between the BJP and Nitish Kumar, and never once did Sushil Modi ever let on that he had ambitions of his own to become the chief minister. He was the perfect understudy to Nitish Kumar. And if you remember, even when relations between the BJP and Nitish Kumar took a big hit in 2012, I think, when Nitish Kumar disinvited Narendra Modi for his dinner, Sushil Modi didn't utter a word.
Yes.
You know, he was agnostic about the whole thing. So I think, you know, that Nitish is going to be having to work with an entirely new system in the BJP, as it were. New, I mean, I don't mean that he doesn't know any of them. Of course, he's very familiar with all of them. But, you know, we have to see what kind of comfort level he is able to strike with his new deputy CMs, particularly Tara Kishore Prasad. And the BJP will demand the weightier portfolios. There's no question about it.
They're getting the speaker as well, Radhika. Nand Kishore Yadav is likely to be the speaker.
Who's going to play a very important role in this assembly, by the way. You know, the speaker, I mean, is pivotal to the running of the assembly. And, you know, I mean, if there was any joke to happen in future, the speaker's role becomes very crucial. So the BJP is insisting, and rightly so, on having its own speaker. So it's going to be a considerably weakened Nitish Kumar who's stepping into this term, if I may say so.
Yes, he is stepping into a storm. A right phrase, I would also use the same, Radhika. Sanjay Kumar, help us understand, what does it mean for Nitish Kumar to be sown in the presence of Amit Shah? You know, because there is a long history of acrimony and an evident acrimony. Nitish Kumar also understands that his friend with whom he had a comfortable working equation as his deputy in Sushil Modi, he is no longer there. If anything, the two people who have been chosen are, he may know them, but he doesn't have a working equation. What does it mean for Nitish Kumar 4.0? How reduced or diminished is he beginning his new innings with?
All this started as soon as the results were out. We know that BJP is a bigger partner, and slowly and gradually, as things are unfolding. So, first, the numbers are not with Nitish Kumar, numbers are with BJP. But as soon as what has unfolded yesterday about who is going to be the chief minister, there was no suspense about that. But who is going to be the deputy chief
Yes.
minister? I think BJP has made it very clear that this is not going to be things as usual. How things have been happening in the state with regard to the two parties being in government. So I think a clear signal has been given to Nitish Kumar that even though you are the chief minister, but BJP is no more the same BJP with whom you have been uh, working in the past say 10, 12, 15 years. And I think it's a very strong signal for Nitish Kumar that things are now more tightly in the hands of central leadership of BJP compared to how things have been run in the state for the last 10 years.
Yes, and this is a new BJP in the state of Bihar as well, with 74 MLAs. Radhika and Sanjay Kumar, stay with us because we'll have to take all the breaks before the swearing-in ceremony is to begin. So stay with us, don't go anywhere. This is an advertisement coming in right now. They are young, but their talent certainly belies their age. The signs of a genius can be spotted early on, and that they can excel in any field of their choosing, from sports to academics to arts to, well, anything. These geniuses could be in your inner circle or beyond. If you know a child who has the potential to become a genius, then do register on that. news18.com/younggenius, or download the Byju's app and visit the Young Genius section so that we can celebrate these child prodigies. Byju's Young Genius, a News 18 initiative.
By NSE IPFT.
Nitish Kumar, at 69, will be sworn in as the Chief Minister of Bihar for the 4th consecutive term. We can see those visuals of Bhupendra Yadav, Sanjay Jaiswal, even Devendra Fadnavis and others who have been involved in the entire campaign strategy of the BJP. All of them now leaving the BJP Patna office. They will be heading straight to the Raj Bhavan, where the swearing-in ceremony is scheduled to begin at 4:30 p.m. It's going to be a low-key affair, but this is a new BJP. Radhika, the rules of engagement between the BJP and the JDU has changed forever. And if anything, the numbers of the BJP, and what is very clear now, evident wise, if you look at it, yes, we can see also those visuals from inside the Raj Bhavan, where Sushil Modi has just arrived. Sushil Modi there, sitting there, along with others present there. Radhika, the rules of engagement between the BJP and the JDU now, they have 2 deputy CMs and also Speaker's chair.
Yeah, I mean, they can have 2, 3 deputy CMs also, as in Karnataka, but the central protagonist continues to be Nitish Kumar. But as you rightly said, the rules of engagement are going to be very different because there is no Sushil Modi. And Sushil Modi was, by the way, not the only person who ensured a great deal of comfort level for Nitish. There was Arun Jaitley, there was Advani ji himself, and then there was Sushma Swaraj. All those old players are gone. They're not around. So, Nitish Kumar will have to sort of depend on maybe somebody like JP Nadda or Bhupender Yadav to sort out the wrinkles in case they arise. But I think for the first 6 months at least, I don't see Nitish allowing himself to create problems vis-a-vis the BJP, unless the BJP starts asserting itself, asserting its agenda, and so on, But I think the first 6 months will be one of circumspection from both sides. Of course, we will have to see. I mean, this is something I'm just guessing. But Nitish will have to reconcile with the reality that it is a much stronger BJP that he will be.
But how much can he reconcile with
at the moment?
Sanjay Kumar, one reason why Nitish Kumar snapped ties with the RJD was also that Lalu Yadav was trying to communicate to him कि इस जिले में ये district magistrate ये होना चाहिए, superintendent of police ये होना चाहिए. That is what he did not have an overpowering BJP in all of these 13 years that he was with the BJP. Now that equation will also change. the bureaucratic control will also change. Tarkishore Prasad, who is likely to be the next Deputy Chief Minister on our television screens as well. This is BJP again sending a message that as far as the Simhanchal belt is concerned, it's important for the party and they would want to have some representation. Yes, Sanjay Kumar, go ahead.
My own sense is that BJP will try to play a much bigger role. They are not just looking, they will not look at day-to-day control over administration, the kind of examples which you were giving, post so and so as the DM and post so and so as the SP. I think they are into a larger game, bigger game of expanding the party, and that is why you see one person from Simhanchal region being selected as the Deputy Chief Minister, and the other one from Betia region. So I think the party is heading for a expansion. They would try to assert the government with larger policies and programs, the larger, bigger agenda, not just by transfer and posting of SPs and DMs. But let's see, these are all speculation at the moment. I can only speculate that this is the way BJP would like to move forward. And I do agree with Radhika that in the first 6 months, I think there's not going to be casuals, ifs and buts, but slowly and gradually. I think both of them will, it means JDU and BJP, both will be watching each other, how they're trying to the...
It's almost like a game of nerves, Radhika, that will be playing out in Bihar now.
Slowly and gradually we'll see something unfolding after 6-8 months.
Battle of nerves, Radhika?
Sorry, I can't hear you, Maria.
I'm saying it will be battle of nerves now from here onwards. Who will make the first move in terms of, trying to understand who's more powerful, because it's evident now numerically this is an expansionist BJP which has, if anything, in appointing a Deputy Chief Minister in a woman like Renu Devi, the message is loud and clear that it's about the women voter base as well, and this women voter base could very well be shifting away from the BJP. Those visuals now of Amit Shah now heading from the BJP office to the Raj Bhavan. Yes, Radhika.
Yeah, you talked about the women voters. I mean, everybody took it for granted that they were like a captive constituency of Nitish Kumar because of the, prohibition ban policy. But as you yourself pointed out in one of your pieces, that policy hasn't quite worked on the ground. So it's possible, and in the meantime, the BJP has done other things as well as building toilets and doing other things for women, which have evidently paid off dividends in this election. As for who is going to size up who first, I think Nitish has a much more of a job on hand in trying to size up the new BJP, as it were, trying to understand the new dynamics within the Bihar BJP, because he's going to work with a whole new cast of characters. So I think it will probably be incumbent on Nitish Kumar to size up the situation first and see where he is placed before making any kind of decisive move. He will have to, of course, actively consult the BJP on each and everything. Last time there was only Sushil Modi and Nitish Kumar. This time, I mean, it's a much a wider spectrum that he will have to deal with when he is implementing policies. By the way, the BJP was not very happy with the prohibition ban, or A, because revenues had fallen, and B, because law and order went for a toss. I mean, all kinds of innocents were being arrested for allegedly flouting the ban. So I think, the BJP would ideally want to keep more ministry with it.
Just few seconds. Those visuals of Nitish Kumar arriving at the Raj Bhavan, you can see his friends, I would say. There is Mangal Pandey, Vijay Chaudhary, those with whom Nitish Kumar spends his evenings with and has his evening tea with. So those leaders are present, and he will be sworn in as the Chief Minister for the 4th consecutive term. Sanjay Kumar, Bihar used to historically change government every 15 years, and this time the message from the state is that they are not changing the government, but the badlav here is change of alignment within the same political force.
I don't know whether the message was not for Badlao. I still go by the support base of the two alliances. The support base is not very different. And I would say a incumbent chief minister whose party lost so many seats compared to the last election.
Yes.
Do I consider this not as a vote for Badlao? I thought I would consider it as a vote for Badlao, at least for the Badlao of the chief minister, change of chief minister. But yes, if finally the party or the alliance which has got the majority, they are forming the government. But yes, the equations within the government has changed. The party which used to be dominant, the government which used to be known as Nitish Kumar ki sarkar, even though Nitish Kumar remains the chief minister, but I think slowly and gradually we would start getting the echo in Bihar that this is BJP's sarkar, they BJP ki sarkar hai.
And the governor of Bihar will be swearing in the new chief minister. In fact, the chief minister who will be sworn in is the chief minister, has been chief minister for 3 consecutive terms. Sanjay Kumar and Radhika, stay with us. We are slipping into a short break. This remains our top focus, but before that, pollution levels are on the rise, and hence it's important to talk about how we can deal with pollution woes. We can do our bit by making small changes in our day-to-day life, the way you can use the private vehicles, or whether we can switch off the ignition at the red light. Stay indoors and stay safe. And we'll be going straight to Patna after a short break, so don't go anywhere.